This is the day when he would write these kind of poems. This is the type of Jean-Michel I was dealing with. It says, unable to sting her or fly away. That's Helen. He was unable to sting her, and he couldn't fly away because he was high on heroin, so he had to go back to bed. I'm just saying that this is the guy. And then if you look at the next page, it's going to say very obvious, askew, odd, off base. I loved his truth in his poems. Neon shoe repair, effective 1201, and ped crossing, an evil cat with a top hat jumping out of a sewer with a M80 in his hand. They don't have hands. A cat pouring tacks on his tongue. Now there it comes down to this. Crocodile as pirate.
That's what you're saying when you see the crocodile in the picture.
Why did he give me a reptile mask for a crocodile? I'm literally a pirate, so it's like it's perfect. Or
Gotcha.
then we talk jokingly about that pirate in what's it called? Peter Pan.
Hook.
Captain Hook. Yeah. So it's like those guys were so attracted to each other that the crocodile and the pirate doesn't matter which one's which.
It's just a contrast, but they're like yin yang.
You know what I mean?
All right. So now, okay, that was amazing.
But that's Basquiat. Like again, he's pointing out that that
things are like magnetism. It's like it's connected to each other.
He would mess with it too. Not many his artwork. If you look at the images of Jean's artwork, he uses the crocodile not that many times, and when he does use it, it's going to be evidently on a larger scheme of affairs, on a larger factor. For example, in the Eli Broad room at the Palladium, big giant crocodile that was saying "eep eep," which is what the Roadrunner does. And it's like that's what was on the wall over the bar, and everyone was like loving this multicolored giant crocodile. There's images of it you can find, but he only did a few. And they would usually be big.
Right.
So it must have been...
seeing like crocodiles is like, it's like a note that he's playing, but he doesn't play it too often.
It's part of his fewer
played notes.
Icon notes.
Right, I got you.
And like that, like when I say icon notes, I mean he might be pointing at something large.
He does a lot of crowns and stuff like that, and you see the crown a lot in things, but
rarely do you see a crown above a reptile.
That's deep.
So that's the point about this drawing. Maybe, Sotheby's or Christie's later on, if I die, and when I die, they're going to look at it and go, yo, this is important because it's a crown above one of his reptiles.
Only you know that.
So maybe I'm one of the few crowned reptile guys out there.
I mean, I think
or maybe I'm Eros with his mask on.
You're a blessed guy, for sure.
But it's not about me. It's about the fact that the guy gave the art piece to me, and that's about us giving an art piece back to him.
All right, so let's talk about the art.
Isn't it about us?
I'm with you, bro.
About us
I'm with you. It's the whole cycle of it. Right. You can't ignore it. You have to embrace it. It's the universe is pulling these strings, and we just in our time here have to just give and be of service to it. So
making evident the heartstrings that were formed in true time between true individuals. That as my life has gone on, I haven't become large in the art world or tried to drain my energies really hard with like being magnetically absorbed by large cities and becoming a bigger household name, quote unquote. What I'd like to do is just make great art and have that circulate. So I mostly just make stuff and give it to people or assist in other aspects. I worked for Cirque du Soleil. I was a designer of the first skateboarding and choreographed the first skateboard music act for them.
Fire.
And I didn't finish the job. It was a fire creation event, but I just wasn't able to do it because they wanted to bring in full-time athletes and stuff. And how many guys you can find to do 14 shows a week?
That's a lot, man.
Skaters.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
And skating, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard to put that in the circus. So again, I didn't put skateboarding in the circus.
You've done a lot of things, man.
I had the option to.
You've done a lot of things, and you have a good energy. And I've seen your art, and you're a real artist. It's like real artists make art.
People say, you want to be a godfather of New York. You wanted to be the godfather of New York. I said, absolutely not. If anybody, like Jeff Pang said, Jeremy's our godfather of New York City, that's not true. What is true is I'm part of a crew of writers, old school writers like Jamie Afamato, Papo Capiello, Andy Kessler. It goes back. There's more, but those three.
Christian, didn't you guys do a lot of stuff with Christian, or he's a little bit later than you?
Hosoi?
Yeah,
we did. And Christian came a lot to New York, so Christian Hosoi is part of us, and no joke. But I'm talking about those are larger overall influences in skateboarding. But I'm talking about just the core New York guys who are skateboarding the half pipe area.
Right.
For Fellini. $50 tips throwing in. Skate in your boxer shorts for my prostitute girlfriends.
Working.
Me and Jules and Papo and Puppet stripped down to our boxer shorts and skated a half pipe in a nightclub called Area in our boxer shorts.
That's what you're telling me, that Warhol used to come to watch you guys.
I was just talking about Federico Fellini, the director from Italy, with his prostitutes giving us 50s through the fence. We're like, whoa, let's get some daiquiris,
Living it.
So, skateboarding, we put skateboarding in nightclubs. We put skateboarding in the Palladium, hip-hop clubs. We put it in Limelight. We put it in Irving Plaza a couple different times for payday. We were there for the hip-hop peoples, whatever. Skateboarding and hip-hop then became together. Unfortunately, by the time the rave days came, it was
It's
just
the 90s you're talking about now.
it was there mixed up in an odd way. By the time
I got you.
night clubbing and skateboarding and drugs and all that, and people had a hard time separating and isolating that shit.
Right. I got you.
Just as Jean-Michel did. A lot of skaters went in that and they come out bad.